Alright, I figured I'd bring you guys along for a quick little garage update. I'm still kind of tinkering with organizational stuff a little bit since didn't really feel like doing much of anything else today, but I figured I'd show you what I came up with as far as this wrench is concerned. It only took a few minutes after I stopped filming the other day to get this filed to where it fits extremely well. And then I decided to spend a little bit of time, making it look pretty. But then I kind of, after a few minutes of that, I was like, what's the point? It's just going to be an ugly old wrench. So basically, that's what I come up with for it. I think it's going to work real well. I'd like to build a second one and maybe drill a hole back here for hanging, but we'll see. If nothing else, at least I've got the crescent wrench for one of them. And as you can see, still have a clear workbench. I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully, eventually going to make some shelves under there for certain important things, one of which being, I don't know if I'll make an actual tote for this or just kind of leave it in this little cardboard tray, but this is layout tools and whatnot for the machinist stuff, fabricating, etc., etc. That way, when I get done with them, they can just go right back in that little tray off of the workbench and hopefully onto a shelf below the workbench so that I can easily and quickly keep the workbench itself clear. I still haven't sorted out exactly what I want to do with any of the rest of the mess back there just yet, but I'm still thinking about it. It'll get sorted out slowly but surely. One other area that I've been working on is starting to go through this train wreck of shelves over here. Now I know it doesn't look like anything great at the moment, but I kind of stopped about partway through because I was getting wore out, so I will get back to this at some point in time. I'm thinking what I'll use this set of shelves for is miscellaneous electrical stuff, miscellaneous plumbing stuff that I will actually use and not just think that I'll use. So stuff that I may never use is going to get stored away out of the garage because there's no point in taking up space with stuff like that. There are things in this garage that I've had for years that I've just sat around collecting dust. So that set of shelves is going to get the same treatment eventually. And I believe that set of shelves is going to get the same treatment. That is predominantly, well, mechanical tools in that area there. And then a bunch of miscellaneous stuff as it goes up. So definitely room for improvement in that regard. And let's see. I think that might be about it for today's little update. Luckily, I still have room to maneuver around out here. Oh, hopefully. One of the things I want to do, I want to rotate the head on this thing and turn this into its shaper mode, I guess you could say. Trying to figure out exactly what I might shape with it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. If no worst comes to worst, I'll just throw any random piece of steel up there and see how it works out, because if it can effectively do the job of the Atlas shaper, then, like I had talked about prior to getting the Cochrane Bly, is it'll be time to start fixing that up fairly reasonably and then see about maybe getting it sold sometime in the months to come when the coronavirus thing kind of chills out a little bit. So anyways, the organizational stuff is coming along slow but sure. As long as I keep plugging away at it, eventually I will get somewhere. So anyways, I think that's probably it for today.